Good morning, I hope you're very well indeed. Hope you're having an excellent Sunday morning. It's me, it's Russell Howard. I'm here with my friend John.
Hello.
And how are you? I hope you're having an excellent... Maybe you're having breakfast in bed, who knows? That's a good point.
Who knows?
Well, we don't know. Have you ever... I've never had breakfast in bed.
Oh, come on, you have.
No, I haven't, honestly.
I've made a bowl of Rice Krispies to bed.
That doesn't count. I've made breakfast in bed for my mum at special occasions and stuff, but it's always horrible. You've always got, like, your hands in the Rice Krispies and there you go, oh, happy birthday, mum. I've never had it done to me. I bet you've cooked your mum some exquisite breakfast in bed, haven't you? Mother, do not rise until 12. Do you like foie gras?
No, for breakfast?
Yeah.
No, I don't really... She's a vegetarian, you can't really...
Hey, well, I thought about becoming a vegetarian this week. We had a right argument, you and me, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because with all the problems of bird flu, which, you know, there are... Do you know the only way you can actually get bird flu is by
licking a bird's
It's not even that.
face.
It's licking a bird's face, doing that, yeah, but it's crushing down the faeces of the bird and then sniffing it. You know, I don't know about... That's pretty much everyone's weekend, isn't it? You sneak into a coop, get all of the good stuff... Takes you all the way to Magic Land. The only person who sniffs poo in this country is Gillian McKeith, and I think it'd be quite a good point if she died. Now, but... Looking about all this, the thing that freaked me out was the way that the turkeys died and that. And I thought, I might become a vegetarian. And I raised this point with John. I just went, hey, over the phone, we were having one of our chats. I went,
one of our great chats.
One of our debates. And I went, hey, John, how you doing? Not bad, not bad. I said, I'm going to become a vegetarian. And there was this deathly silence for about 30 seconds. You wouldn't speak to me, would you?
It's just such a fleeting gesture.
Yeah, but that's what I'm like.
So at one gig on Valentine's night, you can go, oh, you become vegetarian?
Yeah.
And all the girls will go, oh, let's have carrots in bed tomorrow morning.
Oh, do you want to tell everyone what you said to a girl in Birmingham yesterday?
No. No.
Where's that Valentine? I'm not even doing a gig on Valentine's Day.
Oh, what are you doing, Russell Howard?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Brits.
Yes.
Hi, Lauren Laverne. My name's TV's Russell Howard, but you can call me TV's. I am a vegetarian. Are you? No? Okay, next.
I'm not open with that. That'd be quite funny. I'll just turn up chewing on a cat. All right, Lauren? No, I just quite like the idea of being a veggie.
Exactly. You don't really know why.
No.
I mean, I've got nothing against vegetarians, but you can't just suddenly, just one day, you know... You become a vegetarian the same way some people just fancy a cream egg.
Yeah, but it was just that thing. I saw the way they were dying and I thought, I'm going to become a vegetarian. And then I had a turkey sandwich the next day and went, not for me, that. Oh, that is good. But breakfast in bed, going back to that. Have you ever made your mum breakfast in bed? Maybe John's mum's listening. You can... sorry, a bit of a burp there. You can text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. John's mum, specifically, what's the best breakfast in bed he's ever made you?
Don't really do it.
Really?
Bit creepy sneaking into your mum's room.
Not sneaking, mate. You get a fanfare. Once we got my brother to get, you know, like Casio keyboards. He played a little tune and then we came in. We're about 8. You know, but it was a bit of a letdown because it was just warmed up Weetabix. But he was like...
Yeah. I can't really eat when I first get up as well. Sometimes people have brought me stuff and it's a nice gesture, but you just think, I'm not ready yet. Give me 5 minutes. I'm horrible when I first wake up.
Oh, come on, you're not that bad.
I'm all right, but I'm not happy.
Wow, this is an incredible start to the show. It's me.
I certainly don't want breakfast straight away.
Oh, imagine...
Eat a sausage now, eat a sausage. I've made it for you. Whoa! I was having a dream where I was flying with R. Kelly, and now all of a sudden I've got to eat this sausage. We'll just chill out. Maybe I want to be a vegetarian today.
Lots of things to deal with in that little rant, John. You're flying with R. Kelly in your dreams.
Yeah, that was.
That's incredible, isn't it?
That was a bit of improv that backfired.
I would love to get hold of your diary. It happened again. Me and R. Bloody hell. I am fed up with flying with that git.
I've had some great dreams this week.
Who else are you flying with? LL Cool J?
I played rugby in a dream this week.
Did you play it with salt and pepper?
No.
No?
No, it wasn't the season for it.
No?
I should have said it was out of season.
That's all right, John. Don't beat yourself up. Tell us about your dreams.
Learning.
Tell us about... In fact, save that thought. Let's have some music and we'll hear... This could be an incredible section of the show. John's dreams. In fact, text us with yours because I'm fairly sure my friend will out-weird you in every way. In the other day, right, he rang me up and went, hey, Russ, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. I had a dream last night. Did you, John? What were we doing? You and me were playing football. I was crossing them in. You were volleying them home. See ya. So, John, tell us of your dreams.
The football one was quite a good one. Because I was crossing off my left foot, and I'm right-footed, as you know, Russell.
Oh, lovely. That's such an insight into his world, isn't it? That's a racy dream in some way.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I'm not even a left-footed player, but I was bending him in left to right.
I was, and in the dream I knew I was right-footed, but I just could not stop putting them on your right peg. And you were volleying them. They were landing on your foot, roofing them, you were.
Brilliant.
So I texted you because I thought that might be, and I don't know if you believe dreams are omens. I don't think I do.
I don't think that's ever going to happen for you. I doubt very much that we're going to go to Old Trafford and they're going to go, Rooney, Park Ji-sung, could you come off?
Wasn't even during a game. It was training sessions, just me and you kicking some balls around.
How's that a good dream?
Because you were sort of slamming them home and you had your big Milan gig that night. So I thought I'd text him and he might think that means the gig's going to be good. Every little helps.
Oh, is that what you've seen from that situation?
Well, you know, slamming them home, a metaphor for slamming them home.
Interesting, very, very, very deep.
Yeah.
I'm not some. I don't really agree with you. Most of my dreams are far-fetched in that I don't ever think I'm going to have a chat with a hippo. Because that's one of my dreams of late. I keep having a recurring chat with hippos. I think it's those BBC idents that keep going around. And what does that mean? I don't think, I'm not going to... Maybe I'm going to meet a particularly fat man and I'm going to have a chat with him.
Are you going to do an advert for Silent Night?
Possibly. It could be that. I'll tell you what I don't miss. There's two things, but relationships. When you're going out with someone and you wake... Well, you don't, but neither do we. Oh, why did I forget up, John? Hold me. But isn't that nice? When you wake up next to somebody and you share your dreams. I used to love doing that. What happened with you? Oh, the moon was on fire. How about you? Having a chat with Harold Bishop.
I tell you, it freaks him out when you wake up and you're, thank God you're all right.
Yeah. Well, no. Have you ever been attacked by someone for the way you've behaved in their dream? That's a creepy thing. You sort of wake up, that. It's like getting prodded. What's your game, hey? What's your game, weirdo? Hey, pooing in my ears? What? What are you on about? Getting attacked by someone's subconscious.
You will wake someone up for breakfast.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Oh, dear.
Lovely stuff. So no other dreams other than the football-based ones?
I had a game of rugby. Very often when I'm playing sports in a dream, it's on a boat.
Right.
I was playing rugby on a massive boat with a stadium round it, and I was unbelievable. I've not played rugby for years, Russell, as you know. But yeah, I was dodging round and where's John? There he is, flying down the wing.
Oh, he's fallen off the side.
I think that's because of Magnus, though.
Magnus? Who's Magnus?
Who I went to school with, who's now playing for the England team.
Right.
I used to play with him. I was on the same team as him for a while, and now he plays for England, and I concentrated on my studies. Now who's the fool? That could have been me playing for England if I wasn't so small.
Wow.
And bad at rugby.
We have to get you into therapy. It would be incredible, wouldn't it? Would you be up for that? Because I'm going to
an outside broadcast.
I'm going to say, oh, that'd be great. We should get John on a couch every week. Try and solve you. Yeah. Not that you need solving. You're a wonderful man, but imagine that. That'd be great. Just we could almost get like a diary, like a Big Brother. Your theory on how it went. That'd be great. No, we got a lot of things off our chest. I'm getting on very well with Muriel, and then Muriel just sat there going, you're right, Muriel. Just give me 5 minutes. So many thoughts. He had a go at me for the way I peeled my Satsuma.
Yeah, I will do that.
You will.
Got to pick all the pith off a Satsuma.
See, I even said that. I just said that as an ad lib, and yet he has a theory.
Yeah, I hate you. I don't mind if there's little bits of pith that won't come off, but there's like a scraggly end, and you know it's going to brush against their lip as they put it in their mouth.
So you get upset on their behalf?
Oh, it upsets me that they would not pick the pith off. Like tough, white, horrible. It's the juicy orangeness you want. You don't want the white. You're looking at me. You're both looking at me as if this is strange.
Of course it's strange. Well, what's strange about it, my friend, is that you're getting upset for what they're eating.
I'm happy that they're eating a Satsuma. 5 a day. Enjoy your Satsuma. That pith is doing nothing for you except, don't look at me as if you're not enjoying your Satsuma now, because you haven't...
Do you know what they're going?
But I'm peeling half a banana.
But they're going, don't look at me. I'm eating my Satsuma. And you're looking at them going, don't you eat it like that. Don't you... Oh, my God. 3 segments in one go. It's 2-2-1-4.
Why is it with a Satsuma you can eat all of a Satsuma, no pips, and then the pip is always in the last piece you have, and you think, I'm going to really enjoy this last bit of... pip, is it?
I don't know, John.
God dang.
God dang. See, we operate in different worlds. My only sort of thing I do with Satsuma is I very often peel it so that it makes a vaguely phallic shape.
But only if it's been looked after in treatment, that Satsuma.
In treatment?
You don't want a maltreated Satsuma, do you? Otherwise you stop eating them.
See what you've done there? An attack. Well, text us in on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with any freaky dreams. See if you can try and beat John's mostly sporting dreams.
I used to have a recurring dream about jumping down the stairs.
Right. But knowing your OCD habits, I'm guessing you jump like maybe 3 at a time.
Not all of them. I was looking up as like a camera view from the bottom of the stairs at me at the top of the stairs, and I jumped all of them, and I was going to land on the camera, but I was wake up just before I land.
See if you can beat that. The jumping dreams of Jon Richardson. I thought they were going to be really exciting. Your dreams are quite mundane, in a lovely way, but they're dull. They're dull dreams. Anyway, so we've had some dreams in.
Yes, we have.
We've got one from Elizabeth Johnston. Hi, Russell and John. Whilst enjoying...
Hi.
Wow, that was incredible. Hi.
Manners cost nothing.
They don't, John, you're right. Whilst enjoying a cup of tea in bed and listening to your show, my boyfriend and I... Oh, that's a bit cool, isn't it? They're in bed together listening to us.
Yeah, I hope they're married.
It's a part of the show we call Vicar's Hour. We should have a confession. That would be great, wouldn't it? Just people ringing up with the various naughty bits of stuff that they've done and you going, evil, next.
I was thinking about confession this week. I did a gig in Bournemouth.
Here we go. What do you do in Bournemouth?
I did a gig in Bournemouth, and there's a church that has confessions for half an hour on a Friday and an hour on Saturday. If an hour and a half for Bournemouth, that's not enough, is it? That's not enough for everyone to go in and say of all the bad things they've done.
There go the listeners of the Bournemouth area. The only thing I can remember about Bournemouth is that it was that story about that lady that got caught dogging.
Oh, yeah. She wants half hour there, doesn't she? Vicar, are you sitting down? Well, yeah, I've got a seat. Well, let me tell you something.
Have you ever been for a confession?
No.
Nor have I.
No. There was a story last week about confessions.
Is a thing. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done? Confess to me now.
Nothing. I stole a bead from playgroup. Yeah.
You're the bead one.
Yeah, I once did 2 lemsips in a day.
You're the bead one.
Yeah.
We looked for that bead, we couldn't find it.
No, I took it back. My mum told me to take it back.
Flipping hell. There was nearly a story of utter danger there. I had this image of you going, the teachers, the bead has disappeared. Will somebody admit to it? Hey, Lee, have a look at that. Is that a bead? In my pocket. Because I got asked this for a TV programme, the worst thing I did at school the other day, and this is horrific, but we did a run around our village, right, for Comic Relief, raised £200.
Oh, you kept the money, didn't you?
Kept the money, yeah, I know. How
You're the reason Africa isn't fixed yet.
I know, we planned to give the money back, and then gradually just thought, we'll just take a little bit of money, just for cokes and that, just for a bit of sweets and stuff, and we gradually thought we'd do it, and then eventually the money disappeared. That's horrific, isn't it?
You're the reason Lenny Henry is still on TV every year.
Is that right?
They wouldn't need Comic Relief now if you would give that money away.
Oh, it's horrible though, isn't it? Every Comic Relief now I have to give loads of money. I feel really bad.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
How much did you give last year?
£100.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, I did, John.
Did you?
I minted.
I was round at your house on Comic Relief last
year.
No, you
weren't.
I was. It was when I had the illness.
Yeah.
The illness. And you weren't there.
You hang on, all these stories. You've nicked beads, I don't give money, you've got a mystery illness, what?
I had the illness, didn't I, driving back from that gig in Lancaster, and I had to stay at your house, and it was Comic Relief night, and you went to a gig in London. Nowhere to be seen, Mr. Charity Pants.
I didn't drive to Comic Relief HQ. I did it over the phone. You can do it over the phone, John.
No.
You can? What are you talking about?
Only if you're married. Let's do these. Do you know what I hate most?
What has happened to you? You've gone absolutely mental.
I've had a tough week, mate.
I know you've had tell everyone. He had a car crash.
I had a car crash this week.
He's all right.
I'm all right. I've minor head damage, I think.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I think everything's fine. Your hair softened the blow. It's fine. The problem is, I
see out on the roads, innit? Be careful, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Clunk, click every trip. And if you don't need to leave the house, don't bother.
Well, that is advice. Imagine that, just little kids. Clunk, clip every trip. If we don't need to have the house, don't bother. What? It isn't a car
Kiel,
crash.
I was coming back from as well. Kiel.
Tell everyone what happened.
I was driving, as per. Tyre blew out. Oh no, tyre's blown out. Swervy, swervy. Breaky, breaky. Spinny, spinny. Crashy, crashy.
It would be an excellent edition of Crime Watch. Wouldn't that be great? Just you darking out. I can believe it. Crashy, crashy. Spinny, spinny. Bangy, bangy. Me. Oh, crappy, crappy, panty, panty, me.
Oh, I was so disappointed. I was going to say about dreams.
Disappointed?
The worst thing about dreams, you know how you react? Like in dreams, when something goes off and you think, oh, God, this is all going to kick off.
Here I am, jumping down the stairs.
Yeah, even in dreams, there are things I won't let myself do, which is disappointing. It was the same when I crashed my car, right? And my first thought was, oh, well, that's me no claims knackered.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And then my second thought was, you are facing oncoming traffic in the fast lane. Second. To saving a bob.
What should happen, as you're just about to hit the thing you hit, your brain should go, oh, we're going to die. here's a picture of a dog rubbing its arse on grass, like a lovely image, maybe that baby laughing off YouTube, just before you're about to die. But instead, your brain becomes like a toddler holding a dictionary of woe, just reading out all the hideous things that are going to happen to you when you die, and then you don't die. And what was all that about? Sorry about that, Russ, I get bored. Horrible. But you're better now, aren't you? Just let everyone know you're fine.
Well, 2007 has not been a good year so far. I can't wait for it to be over.
Hey, John, here's a song about ping pong that's going to make you better, and then we'll get round to the dreams that we didn't do.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to heal you, aren't we?
Too late for me.
No, it's
Save
not.
yourselves.
No. Oh, wow. Imagine if someone's listening now.
Enjoy your tea in bed with your boyfriends.
Oh, don't be like that.
Under wedlock.
Elizabeth, he doesn't...
Wedlock's a great term, innit? You don't hear that said enough.
You don't. Right, dreams.
I dreamt this month, and this isn't me, by the way, this is a text, because it's weird if it's me.
If it's you, it's going to involve you jumping down the stairs, or maybe I buttered some toast.
I dreamt this morning that George Clooney was on top of me and ripped off my shirt.
Yeah.
This does sound a bit like me. I thought of complaining because I liked the shirt, but then it ends with, but it's George Clooney, ain't it? And I would have had a word with him. I'd have said, just ask me to unbutton my shirt and I'll unbutton it. If you want what's beneath.
Again, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Imagine that, just to hear that. Whoa, you ask before you tear. I enjoyed Oceans 11 and 12, but you do not rip. I got this from Top Man.
I didn't enjoy either. In my experience, like, romance like that.
Good night and good luck. You ask before you rip.
Maybe it's just me, but and scenes where... someone like sweeps everything off the table so they can have intercourse on it. Yeah. I always just think, what if there's like liquids or, stuff's broken now.
That's a fair point.
Stuff
actually.
is broken now.
Yeah.
And that'd be on my mind. I'd be, you can't relax into doing what you're doing when you're thinking, I didn't screw the lid back on the Tipex. Well, that's all over me work papers.
Work papers. We should doctor some of the great love scenes from films. Wouldn't that be great? That bit in Ghost when they're doing the pottery and you're going, right, I'll put some sheeting down beforehand so they don't go everywhere. And we'll have a lovely bit of sexy time.
Stop touching me until we finish this ashtray. This clay isn't cheap.
Look, it's a teapot. Are you concentrating on the task at hand? How are we going to open our shop?
This isn't a cheap bit of grog. This is red clay that I had imported. Grog's a great term.
Grog's a cracking term.
We had a cracking teacher at our school who used to teach us pottery, who, we used to sweep the dust off, and one day he said, can you sweep the dust down onto the floor before we all die of silicosis? Great days.
Wow. Well, quickly, a few more dreams for the news.
Recently I dreamt I was Christina Aguilera's spider alien, half pop star, half huge spider. And someone says, I dreamt I had to climb a glacier to get a new kidney and liver for Oliver Reed after being forced to smoke by Graham Taylor's beautiful Swedish girlfriend. A lot going on there.
So much to deal with. Keep them coming. They're great. 64046. Email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. The weirdest dreams you've had of late. We've had some amazing texts and emails,
haven't
we?
Fat texts.
What, fat? With a PH, my friend.
I am cool.
I got great. You definitely are. There's no denying that. We've had one lovely... talking of being cool, we've had a lovely text here.
Is this the secret one that
This is the secret one that John wasn't allowed to see. There was a bit of espionage that went down here. It says, is John single from Vicky? Vicky sounds lovely.
I think that's a rhetorical, sarcastic question.
No, it's not. How dare you?
Is it written in italics?
Does that make her more appealing to you?
That's the font of lies, the italic.
Wow. Wow. I've just got a lovely image of previous girlfriends you've got with the Valentine's card that they've maybe slaved over for hours. They've learnt italics, so they've eventually went, you light up my world, John, and you've gone, oh, italics, is it? Italics, well, why don't you start confessing while I get my special glove?
I've had one Valentine's card, ever.
Yeah, come on, mate.
And I was appreciative.
Yeah, well...
Didn't have the courage to sign her name, though.
Well, she's hardly going to put mum, is she, for Christ's sake?
Oh, Christ.
Who is it from?
Shove it.
Did you used to get them off your mum?
Someone says I sound like Comedy Dave. I'm going to go and work for Chris Moyles.
Enjoy yourself, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I will do. Thanks very much.
Did you... come on, you've had more...
He's nice to his sidekicks.
You've had more than one...
One I've had, one.
Well, let's rectify that.
I don't want any.
Send them in. Although, word of advice:
save a tree.
If you're just joining now, don't save a tree. Just say you're going to save it and keep the dosh. if you're going to send any Valentine's in for John, do not send them in italics. We want it bold. What's your ideal Valentine's card?
And if it's in Comic Sans, that can go in the bin as well.
Sanskrit
now. Just don't bother.
No, send them in.
Quite
64046.
somber,
Yeah, get the snuffler. Email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk for the attention of John. Yes, Vicky, he's very much single and a lovely man.
Very much single. Just back off a bit.
Hey, can I just...
Gee, gads.
He's,
he's very much single and will be until
No.
2012.
Plus side, he can't really get around at the minute. He's had a car crash, but... He's a lovely guy.
I'll get a hire car, mate.
He'll get a hire car, Vicky. He's going to get a Porsche, a Lamborghini.
I can't get a Porsche. I was looking on the hire car company. I'm not 25, so I can't even get a Vectra.
Oh, really?
That's a depressing moment when someone says, "Do you want a Vectra?" Can't have one.
Who says, "Do you want a Vectra?" To
The
you?
website.
The website said it to you.
Yeah. Do you want a Vectra, John? Tough. 2 litres, grow up. You can't even drive a Ford Fiesta without crashing it in Strensham.
Have you been reading the the internet out loud and pretending it talks to you?
A bit.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Hello, John. Hello, computer. How are you?
Computers, when I had my accident this week, and I had my sat-nav thing with me. They don't tell you where you are, sat-nav. They only tell you where you're going, which is all well and good when you're going somewhere, but when you're not, you look crazy, because I phoned the woman and said I've had a whoopsie, right? And she said...
That's your first thing. Let's reenact that, kind of go, hello, what's happened? I've had a whoopsie.
Yeah.
Right, okay. You should maybe wear a nappy like that crazy lady. Did you hear this story? It's an amazing story the other day. Sorry to hijack your story.
No, it's fine. Let's,
we'll get around to it. But you told me about this, didn't you? There was a lady astronaut who...
Astronautess, I believe, is the approved term.
That's correct. But she was she thought that her love rival was having an affair, and also an astronautess rival. So she drove like 3 days to get her.
6 days.
6 days to get her. Right. She wanted to go around the house and attack her. She put a nappy on before she left. How deranged is that? So that and you find yourself going. I sort of read that, and the first person I thought of was John. I thought. Because there was part of me, I bet when you read that you went, it's quite an interesting idea.
No mess. Oh, honestly. You've got to stop for petrol.
So
unless she's got a 2 litre Vectra. Do you know what I mean?
So go on, you were saying about the sat-nav.
I phoned up and I said, I've had a crash. And she said, where are you? And I didn't have a clue. But I was able to say, I'm 5.9 miles from Junction 8. Yeah. Which made me look crazy, because then she said, just saw an Norfolk truck when he gets there, how far away are you from home? And I said, roughly 1 hour and 3 minutes, 59 miles. You look crazy.
I know, but it's good though, isn't it? You had a lovely chat with the man, presumably?
The guy turned up.
This is unbelievable. Right, listen to this. Right,
I've just had a whoopsie.
You've had a whoopsie, John. I mean, there's whoopsie all over the motorway. The last thing you need, right? You want a nice, kind man, maybe to give you like some sweet tea or something. Maybe a cuddle. Cover you in that silver.
I don't want cuddle in there.
Okay.
No, when you're embarrassed when you've made a mistake, you just want to be left on your own.
That would be quite nice if he went. It's all right, lad. I'll get you on. Here you go. Hey, tell you what. Here's a note from me to you. Get better soon. It's in italics. Let me out here.
Left-handed people write like it's italics, don't they? Because they have to slant their writing so they don't drag their hand across it if they're using a fountain pen.
Funny folk. So tell
he did a nice thing, because he had to stop and fill his tow truck up.
Yeah.
And he said, has to be a BP. And I said, what, for Nectar points? And he said, no, it's the only company we have an account with.
Yeah.
But he said, if you've got a Nectar card, gives it here. So he took my Nectar card in with him, £117 worth of fuel. Ching.
Result.
Yeah. Is it worth having a crash? If you're short on Nectar points, just smash your car into the central reservation.
My car doesn't work, but I'm going to get some cheap blueberries.
Then on the drive back, right, me sort of shaking in the passenger seat, because it was cold, I wasn't afraid.
Of course you're not.
He decides to open with anecdotes about the worst crashes that he's ever attended, and tells me horrible things about bits coming off and dying. And you don't
need that, John.
No, that's not polite conversation in anyone's book. He was a nice guy, Steve. He's going to join the fire service. All the best to him.
Oh, that was lovely. That was like World Service Radio. Anyway, he's going to join the fire service. All the best to him.
He clearly wanted a chat, because it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, but really aggressive. Like, there'd be a 4-second pause and then, have you all got a wife?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he knew which buttons to press.
What was your response to that?
No. Did you not see the crash?
Oh, John, I've got this lovely image of the truck hurtling down and just all steaming up, and you just getting angrier and angrier. John's very upset because we're trying to find him love. Me and Adam, who's the producer here, we're trying, aren't we, mate?
It's our mission.
It's our mission for today.
By Wednesday.
Adam was just trying to get numbers for himself.
Oh, scandal. As if he needs help. Flipping hell. Just put some of his scent out and they chase him around. You know that Lynx advert? That's based on his life. He calls that Monday mornings.
I so wish.
That would be great. What do you make of that link?
Let's have people text in for Adam.
Oh, come on.
Get off this tenseness.
They wouldn't be texting in for Adam.
What's your big sell, Adam? What's your big pitch, if I can use that expression?
It's about you right now, John.
He's got you back. Yeah.
Let's talk about some dreams.
Hey, I've got a great one here from Jade, who says, "Hi chaps, I once had a dream where the police came to my house as they had reason to believe I was harbouring a non-regulation sized pool table. Nice to know that the police are busy."
Cracking dream. That suggests to me she probably has an ordinary pool table in her house.
Well, here it is, John. Full of confidence, I showed them into the dining room and somehow the dining table had turned into a pool table.
Oh no, I hate it when that happens.
It was, yeah, exactly. It was horrible. I had no way of explaining how it got there. They measured up and it was non-regulation size. Fortunately, I woke up before I got arrested. All the best, Jade. That's a fantastic dream, isn't it? I wonder,
a stressful dream.
What do you reckon that means? That means there's something in your life you shouldn't have. It's quite simple, isn't it?
Well, someone's emailed back about the one I had. My mates and I often have shared our jump/flying down the stairs dream. It seems to be very common in kids. Must be a psychological reason. I think you're striving for stuff, maybe, aren't you, when you're a kid?
You're leaving the nest, maybe. You're jumping to prove that you're a man.
I was jumping downstairs. I just wanted a cup of tea.
Could be that.
What's weird, though, is as I got older, I still had the dream, but I was always the same age in it. So I was maybe 3 or 4. So even when I was 7 or 8, I was still dreaming, but the me at the top of the stairs was 3 or 4.
Intriguing. I've had one here. I wonder what, we should have a dream expert in. If there's anyone listening, then you could tell us what that means. Maybe that means you always want to be in youth. But how cute would
I've
you...
not had it for a while.
Oh, I'd love to see, like, you, 4 years old, jumping around.
I had blonde curls when I was
how cute would that be?
4.
Him leaping about, "I'm jumping, look!"
I used to hide beads in my barnet.
Of course you did. Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it? The bead one. This is very nice from Sophia. "Hey, just woke up. Who's John? I can't stop laughing. This is the best start to the day ever. Big kisses to John. Hot chocolate and marshmallows from Sophia."
Oh,
she sounds
like
lovely.
A bit of hot chocolate.
Yeah,
Trying not to drink in the evenings.
Oh, listen to this. "Hey, John, if things don't work out with Vicky, consider me next in the queue. Claire, bang. Line 'em up, ladies. Happy Valentine's Day, Curly. Doesn't this make you a bit cross for being 3 days too early?" I don't quite like the fact she's given you a nickname already. You're not even going out and already she's calling you Curly. That's a bit unfair, isn't it? What are you going to call
I thought you were referring to 3 days early.
All right.
That's a more apt nickname.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Here comes 3 days early. Sorry about that.
I'll take Curly, given that I have curly hair.
Yeah. Although
I've had worse nicknames, to be honest.
What were they? Three days early.
Yeah.
Be an excellent episode of Quantum Leap. I didn't know. Where's Ziggy?
I dreamt.
Yes.
Dreamt. No, I can't read that one because dreamt is spelt too badly. I had a dream I was in Starbucks and the girls there burnt my chocolate waffle. So I stole a croissant and then walked on the croissant. The ugliest noise I've ever heard in my entire life was an American woman walking down the street with a friend, and she said to her friend, "Yeah, sure, so I ate that croissant."
Ooh.
Oh, God, I nearly puked. Croissant. What a horrible thing to do to a word. At least make some effort.
Absolutely.
Croissant.
How should it be? But I was in Paris this week, and I found myself trying. Like, John was ringing me up. It was lovely, trying to help me through. Like, he'd ring me up and start speaking French to me. But I find I put on a slight French accent to try and get through the mess.
Yeah.
But I went in big. I went into this lovely tavern and went, "Bonjour!" and then had to go, "Do you do chips?" It was horrible. I've had a lovely one here. "Hi, Russell and John. This is lovely. I dreamt that I lived next door to Ian McKellen, and for some reason he had aggrieved me. So I began a hate campaign of posting bags of spaghetti bolognese sauce through his letterbox. Unfortunately, I was caught one day and he gave me a tirade of abuse, which was very personal. I woke in a cold sweat." That'd be an excellent extra on DVDs, on the Lord of the Rings DVD. "You smell of cat food?"
I wasn't listening then, I was reading emails.
That's fine.
Someone from my school's texted in who had the same pottery teacher as me.
Oh, great.
Potty Barrett, we used to call him. Great days. School's good, isn't it? It's horrible when you're at school because you hate it and everyone goes, "Oh, you'll miss it when you're gone," and you think, doubtful, and then you do, and you think, are the old people always right?
They are. That's the same, isn't it? I tell you what, the old people in Milan I saw this week were fantastic, doing all the Italian hand gestures.
Oh, yeah, you were saying.
They look like they're so kind of serene and they're kind of going, "What do you think about Socrates? I prefer nihilism." But, they're just going, "Nearly dead. I'm nearly dead." What you got, mate?
I dreamt I was dancing with Ian Brody. Ray Davies wanted to dance with us, but was so much taller he had to get on his knees. I said that in quite a camp voice, didn't
You
I?
did, it was lovely.
Hi, Russell and John. Long-time listener, first-time writer.
Oh, that's nice to hear. You sound like Wogan.
Yeah. Hello.
That was Terry Wogan, in case you didn't know. So John's still here. There's a few of you
once had a dream that a man completely screwed over Africa by keeping the money. Oh, Terry. And he does his auction for things money can't buy, honestly.
Well, to be
Now
honest,
you can look yourself in the eyes.
I don't know how Terry can look Pudsey in the eye. If they've raised all that money, they've never fixed his eye.
Poor old Pudsey. Anyway, Mark says, I once had a dream that everyone had the day off school or work on Milnes and Boon Day. So all you had to do was sit around and read a Mills and Boon novel and then submit a review to the government by evening's close, he says.
Who's that?
A guy called Mark.
He sounds great.
Yeah, do you want his email address? Want to be friends? Get him in as your sidekick?
Oh, flipping out. You're my guy.
Am I?
Look in my eyes. You're my guy.
Right.
That's
God, it's weird, isn't it?
it's nice.
It's weird.
I was listening. Oh, you like that? There was a little giggle.
I was going to say something horrible, but I'm not going to.
What were you going to say?
Because I am a nice guy.
What were you going to
say? Nice things.
What were you going to say, you stinker?
No, nothing. Good morning, gents. During my teens, there was a ventriloquist called Sherry Lewis who had a puppet called Lamb Chop. Remember Lamb Chop?
I certainly do.
He used to sing a song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend.
Ah.
Oh, I can't read the end of that. He does things to Lamb Chop. I have very odd dreams. One included a killer squirrel which hunted me down for the whole dream, staring at me with its evil eyes. It didn't speak, nor was it excessively tall, but it had the eyes of a killer, which is why I ran from it.
Oh, I hate that. Squirrel's not for me.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
You sounded like the worm from Labyrinth then.
Oh.
That's dangerous. I used to have the same dream as John,
Yep.
but I was jumping down a massive staircase in a castle and Stairway to Heaven was playing.
Oh, that is a pretty cool dream, that.
Yeah, then I woke up with Stairway in my head for the rest of the day. Don't get me wrong, she says. It's a good song and I love it, but it does your tree in when it's stuck in your head.
Oh, I like that. Does
Yeah.
she I've not heard that expression before.
Yeah, it's kicking off all this dream stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. We should move on. Let's do Am I Normal? But we'll turn this into a regular thing. What we'll do next week, we'll get like a dream analyzer in.
Well, I'll look through these ones this week that we've had in, and I'll look in a dream book and tell everyone next week.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. We should turn that into a regular feature. What we'll do, we'll get you like a special hat that you can put on, and you can do it in a different voice.
Yeah?
You could be the Dream Lord. You up for
All
that?
right, then. Yeah, I'll do that.
What's your voice going to be?
I haven't decided yet. Look out for that next week.
Oh, how exciting is that?
I'll try out a few voices this week.
That'd be great just to hear you in the kitchen. I'm the Dream Lord. No, that's not right.
You don't really hang around in our flat anymore, do you, Russell? Do you want to tell everyone? Let's do a clip from last week. Oh, I lost my iPod. I'm devastated. I can't believe I lost my... I think it was stolen. Russell found his iPod this week, didn't you, Russell? Where was your iPod this week that you found, Russell?
It was in my bedroom, John.
It was in your bedroom. And was it hidden in your bedroom? Was it maybe under your bed or in a pillowcase or somewhere you wouldn't expect to find an iPod?
No, John, it was on my iPod charger.
It was on your iPod charger in your bedroom.
Yep.
And what a feature you made last week of having lost your iPod.
Yes, John.
Honestly.
Yes. Sorry.
Honestly.
Sorry, John. What's your Am I Normal this week, my friend? We do this every week, in case you haven't heard before. It's the quirky little habits, the little OCD things that make your life a little bit more comfortable. I think they make it more comfortable. John hates them. He hates the fact that they do
I've
them.
got loads.
Text us on 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with the little quirky things that you just can't not do. John's got millions of them. What's yours?
Mine are very bacterial.
Hey, I
at the
tell you
moment.
what, there was one in the there was a great one in the papers. I don't know if you saw this. It was in the Sun the other day. It is the man who is afraid of grannies. I don't know if you saw that.
Right, go on.
There's a man who's got this is his. He's too frightened to leave the house. He collapses when OAPs come near him, and he has special dungarees to calm his panic.
Special dungarees.
Yeah, that he scratches on and holds when he sees old people coming near him. It's
What
incredible.
is it about old people?
He says, I started to cross the street to avoid grannies and steer clear of places they might be, like bingo halls at the post office. He just gets freaked out by grannies. He's written a book about it. Stephen's book, A Cry for Help, costs just £12, and he's thought to be the only man in England who is terrified of grannies.
Is it printed in a large font?
Yeah, that'd be great, so they can specifically watch it. Obviously, if I were an old lady, I'd just have a bit of fun with him. Just wonder... Scare the hell out of him. They were fantastic. What do you mean scared of old ladies?
What paper was that in?
It was in the Sun.
What was it?
Would you not have it? It's not true. He's written a book, genuinely. But I thought that reminded me of the Am I Normal? So I can imagine you being a bit like that. Having special dungarees that you scratch.
Yeah, we were talking about fleeces last night at the gig.
Yeah.
Fleeces feel nice, don't they? But they're sort of... The comic Michael McIntyre said, if you wear a fleece, it means you've given up on life.
Oh, I disagree. No, it means you're cold.
Yeah, but you can wear a jumper, he's implying, or like a nice jacket. But a fleece is... Well, I argued that a fleece is a nice, it's Sunday morning, I'm just going down the shops to get the paper, I'm not doing anything, I'm just going to put a fleece on. And then maybe you get home and you think, I'm leaving the fleece on. I'm enjoying the fleece.
But I love the fact you're having those internal dialogues. That's fantastic. No, the fleece stays.
Then we discussed fleece pants, like trousers made out of fleece. So you look like a fawn. I used to have a pair of them, I used to sleep in them in the winter. Really comfortable, they're like woolly fawn pants. Anyway, am I normal?
Mr. Tamless. What's your am I normal this week?
Bacteria. I'm getting fascinated by bacteria being everywhere and touching stuff. So now when I leave a toilet by the door, I try and push the door in a place I don't think anyone else will have touched. So I either reach up really high and push the top left-hand corner of the door, or reach down really low and the bottom left-hand corner of the door, because I think no one will have touched there. But if anyone sees you doing that, sort of pushing the door at groin height... But other people push the door and get their wee hands all over the door. Not wee hands. I'm not having a pop at short people.
Or the Scottish
people who micturate on themselves and then don't wash their hands, and then they say ridiculous things like, we's sterilised. It's wee. It's wee. It's all. I don't want your wee on me. I don't care if it's bacteria. I just don't want it on me.
They've started. There's a thing in certain places around where there are 2 toilet cubicles. There are 2 toilets in one booth for ladies. That's wrong, isn't it? Imagine that. Imagine you and me sat opposite each other having a wee. There's no way.
Do you sit down to wee?
Well, no, you'd have to if you're a lady. That's the point.
I see. Yeah. Well, if we were ladies, then there'd be all different kind of conversations going on.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't be able to sit opposite you with us gently.
Do they face, or are they back to back?
I imagine them facing.
What's the point in that, though? You surely need space for 2 toilets. Whatever you do, you might as well have a partition. Even just a curtain.
Absolutely, but apparently I was talking to some girls at Loughborough Uni, not specifically about this. That'd be really, tell me about your toilet ways. But yeah, I couldn't deal with that. The noise, it's like an angry kettle. At least when men wee, it sounds like a purring panther. Prr, prr, not sss. Hideous.
What's your am I normal then, wee boy?
Mine's really odd this week. I've noticed that I've taken to going to punch my mum in the face and then stopping just before I do it. Like literally, like whack, and just stopping. And I really enjoy it. Like I'm getting closer and closer, and I know in probably about a year's time I'm going to smack her in the face full on. But it really makes me. And she started doing it back to me, so she's quite into it now. So she'll see me, and we've both started doing noises. So my little mum will go psh, psh, and I'll go smack, smack. But it's going to get to the stage when one of us smacks the other in the face. That's my am I normal. And I did it to one of my friend's mums the other day as well. Yeah, I just went, stand there, watch this. And I never miss. I always get it right close, so you can see the fear in their face, but I never hit them. You're looking at me very strangely now, John.
Do you know what I hate about stuff like that? It's people, especially when you're at school, the old blinking powder, and they reach into their pocket and they don't actually grab anything, but they throw it in your face.
Yeah.
And you blink, and somehow it's a sign of weakness that you blinked.
Yeah.
Of course I blinked. It's a natural defence. I would be worried if I didn't blink.
Yeah.
I hate all that.
Okay.
Why do you go to punch your mum? Is it that you enjoy when she flinches?
No, she doesn't flinch. That's the beauty of it. So I go to hit her. I show her fully the fist. I pull my most sort of tough face and I throw it at her, and she just stands there. And I find it so lovable. She looks at me and goes, "Whatever, bring it." So we're having this kind of fake fight. It's fantastic. I don't want to hit my mum in the face. That's genuinely not what I want to do.
It's rooted in that, though, isn't it? It's rooted.
No, you flipped on me.
Why don't you just make her breakfast or something?
I've done that. That'd be great if I went, let's have a look what's in the bowl, and then pulled my fist out and slapped her. Right, not that I would hit her.
Mum. She's nice, your mum. She's only little as well.
I've never hit her. You're missing the point.
But where's this stop?
I don't know, John.
It stops when you hit her, and then she goes, "Don't ever do that again."
No, I think she's going to hit me first. She started doing it as much. In fact, yesterday she preempted it by waking me up and throwing the fist at me.
Your mum's allowed to hit you, though, but you're not allowed to hit your mum. It's in the rules. Have you not checked the rules?
I'll check them. Morning, Russell and John. Great show this morning. Highlight of my week. Oh, thanks very much. It must have been anyways.
Can't have been any worse than mine, mate.
Oh, John, please. Come on. You sounded like Mark Lawrenson again. That was great.
Yeah.
I've had a tough week. You've had a tough week.
He didn't know what tough is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll show him tough.
So, what's your main pet? Great show this morning, bloody well. On the topic of fleece trousers, did you know that if you wear new fleece pants, turn the lights off and then run around, the trousers spark and it's like northern lights in your room? I guess that could be an Am I Normal? I might try that out.
Yeah, let's get some fleece pants and put on a little show this week.
Yeah. Like Northern Lights, the Northern Lights, or the
Philip Pullman,
the trilogy. Oh,
gee, gads.
it's closer, isn't it? It's closer.
Yeah.
I'm properly excited. I saw a photo from the film. Nicole
I want
Kidman
to be in that. Imagine having a walk on.
Well, you'd be a fantastic. I've forgotten his name.
Yorick.
No, there's no way you're Yorick Bernson.
I could be Yorick.
No. You're flipping. I forgot the kid's name with the subtle knife.
Will?
Yeah, you're a good Will.
Oh, I'd kill to be Will.
Yeah,
They've already picked Will, haven't they?
I could be Lyra. What? I'd be a smashing Lyra. All right, Pan. What a...
But imagine being the voice of Pan or something like that. It'd just be unbelievable to play. That's the one thing in my lifetime that you think, I just want to be in that a bit, but I'm not going to be.
But it's amazing. It's like Kitson got offered, our friend Mr. Kitson got offered a part in the Harry Potter film. I think the bloke who runs Hogsmeade, the pub, and he didn't fancy it because he loves it too much. He doesn't want to be in it and spoil it. Have you got a sneeze coming?
Yeah, it won't come
It's
out.
really weird. Like to fill you in at home, I was talking about Harry Potter, and John appeared to be doing like Bruce Forsyth impressions. I thought you were coming down off some hideous drug.
It's one of them ones to tease it out. I'm going to have to hum nasally, but I can't do that because that's bad radio.
That would be terrific radio. In a feature we like to call "Let's Make John Sneeze."
Tease it out. Tease out the badness. Someone's emailed in about tubicles, which I think are those girl toilets you were on about.
Yeah.
Hi guys, tubicles are brilliant. You sit next to each other and have a conversation.
No, you can't. If I'm sitting next to my mate, it's going to be a race, and that's it. There's no way we're going to have a chat about how... So what do you think of the David Cameron smoking doobies when he was 15? Shh. Hold this. Here we go.
You must have had urinal chat, though.
Chat, wee banter. Not really. I don't go for that.
No, I don't like it, but sometimes it's all you can do to avoid it.
Well, that is a world we've just opened there.
Out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's emailed in...
What's the weirdest thing you've ever said? I bet you when you're drunk, and I bet you said some terrific things. When you were unhappy as a student, just at a urinal like that. Just, maybe you're out at a club, as you used to do, and things are going well. Yeah, and it's all exciting, and they're, just have a wee, and just looking at some bloke and, "'Cause it's all nonsense, this." Well, I'll be dead soon, Yeah, I quite like...
There's nothing better than drunk philosophy.
Yeah.
The first time I got
he's
really
terrific
drunk
for
on
that.
cider.
Yeah, go on, what did you say?
Walking around with my mate Lee around Morecambe. It was when we used to drink on the street corners of Morecambe.
Yeah, you told me about this.
And he had a girlfriend at the time. He was just having his first, forays into doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I very much wasn't. So I just wandered around behind him, saying, like a man walked past walking his dog, and I went, "He's got his own little world, that man. There's his dog, and he's going back to his wife, and you know nothing about it. He just walked past you in the street, and it's gone. But he's got stuff going on. He's got stuff going on." And they were like kissing and cuddling and that. I was just drunk.
What's terrific about John and our flatmate Nobler, when we were in Spain, I realised that they were both very drunk. They got very different personalities when they were drunk, and I was observing you both. Because our flatmate John gets angry because he can't have sex with every girl in the world. Starts looking at them and go, "Ugh! Oh," a bit like you, Adam, yeah. He's like, "Oh, it's not fair. Oh," like literally can't deal with it. And John actually said out loud, "I wonder if dinosaurs had religion." And you just sat there going, "Well, where do you want to take this?" "No, think about it. And Dom's like, when people are very drunk, they put their hands out as if they're kind of going, "No."
I argue so passionately when I'm drunk.
Oh, it's great.
But it's all about the argument and not the point. So I'll just say anything to disagree with people.
Yeah, you will.
And
Absolutely.
then take it on to have an argument.
Right, I've got one here from Rebecca Hughes. She says, "Becky, indeed, I have tendencies to write other people's names in small letters and mine in big, so that could be my weird handwriting, but I can't seem to help it. Also, I always this is fantastic, I always have to relate things that have happened to other people to the life of a made-up old Russian woman that seems to live in my head." That's incredible.
I mean, that's when the Am I Normal section has gone too far there, isn't it?
Isn't that great, though?
That's when,
But I love the idea of Becky just wandering along going, "Oh, look, that old lady's fallen off. What do you make of that, Svetlana?" "She should have watched where she was going." Oh, that was a bad impression.
That was terrible.
"I don't know, where am I from? Is that, how do you do Russian? Is it that?" "I don't think so. Is it?" John, help
Look
me
at
out.
you riffing on the radio.
It's weird, isn't it, when you haven't got your voice right and you don't know what you're doing. Russian is a bit like that, huh?
Yeah, that's it, mate. That is it.
I appear to have become racist. I apologise for that.
That's
Sorry.
the Moscow gigs cancelled.
Yeah, absolutely. We're knackered now.
Don't book him. It's
There
very
you go. Hey, lovely.
And
And now John's racist too. It's fine. We're in a circus. Pull that bear.
I like people whose Am I Normal emails start with the question, Am I normal?
Lovely.
It's a good, nice grammatical thing I approve of. When in a shop...
We should have a bell for the show every time you're happy. Wouldn't
I'd
that
like
be good?
a grammar section. That would be nice. Do you know, I've seen some terrible stuff. Did I mention
You
this?
can't say that if it's going to be about... You sounded like bloody... like some rapper. Oh, I've seen some terrible stuff. What is it? Oh... Blimey now, semicolons all over the shop.
Well, it's the same kind of thing, you know, violence on the street.
No,
It all
it's
stems
not,
from a
in any way.
Poor grammatical background. I
Explain
can't
yourself.
spell, so I'm going to rob this off you. You know, it's all, that's, you know.
No.
Trace it back. Still got love for the streets. Yeah, but with an apostrophe S, sit down, let's have a chat.
Whatever. How on earth is misplacing a comma the same as a drive-by?
Oh, when it's bad. I saw a sign on a toilet door that said, this is a non-smoking toilet, and then someone's handwritten underneath, this does include you. All right, back off. I read the first bit, right? But does, D-O-E apostrophe S, as if it was the include you belonging to a dough. Honestly, you have to just... I mean, that can't be allowed. But who do I see about that? I was late for the ferry.
You were late for the ferry because you were ticking someone off that you'll never meet.
Yeah, but, you know, that's a real problem.
It's not a real problem. It's fine.
It is a problem.
No, it's not.
Grammar is a problem because one day I'm going to release a brand, right, called baked beans in tomato sauce, right?
Yes, yep.
In that tin, I'm going to put beans with an apostrophe S.
Yes.
In that tin will be one bean in tomato sauce.
Yep.
People will buy those beans and they'll come to Trading Standards going, hey, there's only one bean in here. And I'll go, well, if you read the label, you'll find that that's all that's implied. Baked bean is in tomato sauce. It's more of an existential statement.
As a business, it's not really going to kick off, is it? Let's be honest.
I know, but people will learn a lesson because I think I'll never buy those beans again, and I'll learn the correct use of the apostrophe.
Why do you want them to learn that lesson?
Just because that's what apostrophes are for. Because we'll just lose apostrophes. Because people, you know, there's so many people won't know how to use them. That David Cameron will get in with his left-wing doobie smoking ideas, and he'll say, well, I'll tell you what, kids, gather round, kids. Cool, I'm a Tory, yeah, but I'm cool.
Yeah.
Let's just have done with the apostrophe. No one needs it, so hey, write what you want. If you want to write is, I-Z, we'll put that in the dictionary. We won't. There's a language. Stick to it. Learn it.
I've got a lovely image of you in many years to come doing a show on BBC called Walking with Apostrophes.
I'm going to do a show called What Big Eyes You Should Have, right? So that's copyrighted now. That's on air, so that's mine.
People were clamouring to get that.
Yeah, What Big Eyes You Should Have, all about, like, text grammar and stuff. And when I say I'm going to do it, I don't want people thinking it's going to come out in the spring. It's literally just, I thought of a title and it made me laugh.
John, if you've just joined us, has just gone crazy about grammar. And
you get this, right?
he sees a world where the apostrophe will have been discarded by the youth of today.
It will. And then you'll be sorry. You'll miss it. You'll put it down and you'll have to say to your kids...
I'll be like that in an old folks' home. I remember when we had apostrophes.
Yeah, I
My
remember.
friend Curly John, before he done Wheel of Fortune, he said this would happen.
Right, in it spins in. What have you got, Lucy?
You'd be great on Wheel of Fortune.
My name is IZ.
What's
We've
this?
got that in. That must be a wind-up.
Have we-
I think
we've
this
got-
is this. Hey Russell, my name is Erin IZ. I think you are a legend for life. LYF. You are really fit. Number 2.
She's clearly done this to annoy you.
I
well
think
done.
so. Yeah.
Well done.
I love watching you on Mock the Weck.
Not the whack is gad.
Mock the Weck. You are so random.
Thank you.
And I love the voices you mac.
I Mac funny voices.
You can abbreviate, but not when it stops it being a word. Mac isn't short for make. It doesn't mean anything.
Dun dun dun. Next week on the Grammar Police. What we're going to do next week, we're going to have John dressing up as the Dream Lord. So keep your texts coming in. We're going to put it on the website. And we're going to find out what your dreams mean. And we're also going to do a thing called the Grammar Police, where I'm going to get him dressed up as a policeman. You up for that?
Yeah.
Lovely. That was a lovely little... Oh, I'll
Some
do it.
people going down.
Excellent. In it, kicking off about grammar.
Oh, it's big time, big time. All in favour as well.
Listen, John's got a corporate booking. Tell him, mate.
I'm an English teacher and I would love John to come in to my lessons and teach my pupils how to use punctuation the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn right.
I've got a lovely image of you just turning up with, like, you know, those knuckle dusters. Right. We're going to learn a thing or two.
On my library receipt, there was a sentence that ended with a preposition, so I corrected it and left it in the book so the librarians would find it. Cracking. Am I normal if I agree with John? Poor grammar only points out the ineptitude of others and can make a sentence meaningless. John, I agree with your grammar obsession. What are your views on signs that include the word look, but with eyes in the O's? Often seen outside cafes, for example, look, jacket potatoes. What do you think of that? I imagine you like that.
I quite like that because you put little eyes in the O's.
Yeah, so they look like eyes.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a feature. That's making the cafe more homely and making you think, oh, look, the jacket potatoes are over there. I'd argue if the jacket potatoes are a special, probably not worth going to that cafe, you know, in that jacket potatoes are a fairly...
A good jacket potato, though, is very, very good.
Would you have it as a special? I'd give it a
Not
wide
really a
berth.
special. No, it would just be like, yeah, we've got bacon butties, jacket potatoes, sausages. You know.
Just on their own.
Not really into the whole cafe thing. I'm with John on the whole grammar thing. This is a good one from Dan. I loathe should have, as in I should have gone to at least one English lesson.
Right, okay. But
That makes me feel sick because
Yeah.
it just doesn't mean anything.
what would you have with the argument that surely language is there to evolve?
Yeah, it will naturally evolve, but not into meaninglessness. This is happening with everything.
Right.
But stuff is just becoming meaningless now. Should have doesn't mean anything. There's no trace for it. You can't trace back. Oh.
But you know what
No,
it
I won't
means.
have it. I won't have it.
But surely you know what it means.
I'll kill
To play-
myself and everyone before I let should have get in the dictionary
But to
as an
play-
acceptable form of speech.
A speech, of course it's fine. But you know what they mean. I should have gone down the shops. Would you get annoyed if I said that? Look at me.
Sorry, I was reading another one backing me up, if you'll pardon the expression.
I should have gone down the shops.
Apostrophe misuse should be made illegal. You should have gone down the shop, should
There
you?
are far more important things to worry about.
No, there aren't. Yeah, but they all stem from apostrophe misuse.
They really don't. We've really hit upon something. What happened with you? What happened?
You're nicked, Y-O-U-R. That's what you'd have coppers running around saying. You're nicked, Y-O-U-R. What, the my nicked? What were you saying about should have gone to the shops?
What's wrong with me going, oh, I should have gone to the shops?
Shoulda?
I should have gone to the shops.
Yeah, this is speech. Speech is, you know...
But these
Should apostrophe VE is an abbreviation of should have.
Yes.
So you can say should have.
Yeah.
But people hear that and think should have. And that's when people just let it go. You have to sit someone down and say, I noticed you said should
No,
have.
you don't have to sit them down. That's the thing.
Why do you say should have? Because it doesn't mean... Talk me through the process of the grammatical structure should have. And they go, well, it's the word should followed by the word of. And you go, exactly, why?
Hey, but here, right, I'll put this into a context, right? I go, oh, I should have gone down the shops, right? And why?
Yes.
And you get really upset. Why I should have? And then I say, well, the reason why I was going down the shops was to get you those little hot chocolate Turkish delight things you like. Surely that's the important thing, the fact that I've gone to the shops and I've got you something that
In
you quite
speech,
like.
there's a lot goes on in speech. I don't speak proper read. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But I wouldn't. Why would
It's when
somebody
it
write
gets
that?
written down. People now write should have, and that's wrong.
But that's because
wrong.
it's texting and it's easier. It's quicker.
The written word is dying because people don't respect it anymore. If you're writing is all about taking the time to write something down, not just say it. It should mean something. It should carry gravitas. You're committing
a
that.
text message should carry gravitas.
Yeah, text message is great. A good, lovely text message is like a... You know, because the text message
give you that.
replaced the letter. No one writes to each other anymore.
Yeah, because sometimes you just kind of go... Sometimes you want to say, I'll see you later. So you just put, I'll see you later. You don't really bother. You just drop a few L's. Do it as quickly as you can. Because all you want to do, quickly say to that person you want to see them later. Then when you see them, you can have a lovely chat. You can explore ideas. You don't have to think. But nobody puts care into a text message. If you
but
want to
they
say
should.
something incredible, why? But you
If
don't.
someone texted you and said, I love you, and put LUVU...
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind. It's a nice gesture. But if someone writes "I love you" in proper word, that means more. That's literative. That means so much.
What's
But
the
I
difference?
love
But
you
surely-
just says, I'm a bit bored. Blah, I like you. You're all right in that. So
But
we're
either
having
way-
bangers nut mash for tea tonight, are we?
Wow, that's gone from love to sausages and mash. That's a fairly strange... I love
But
you.
you can say I love you in the same sentence as bangers and mash. It doesn't carry the same gravitas as if you just say, I just wanted to text to say I love you. And you have to spell that right.
I disagree, but surely if it's from somebody that makes your heart explode and makes you feel ridiculously excited just seeing their name when you go text message from such and such, if they say I love you with LUV, there's kind of an intimacy there, isn't there? Isn't it? They've kind of...
There's an informality, which you think, well, already this relationship's going down the toilet.
Oh,
You can't even
really?
be bothered to spell words.
Really?
You've already lost respect for me. Let's not even go
She's
for...
not lost
let's not
respect
go
for
for
you.
a cough.
No, because she doesn't want to make it LOVE. I love...
Why doesn't she want to make it like that? Exactly. She doesn't want to because she doesn't mean it. She's lying. She's seen it graffitied on a wall somewhere.
I find this fascinating.
Yeah,
But I admire your approach to it because I know you, and I know that you care deeply about these things. The snag I've got is that a lot of people who are kind of Faye sort of Guardian readers go, I'm very much into that as well, because they've got nothing in their life.
No, but you know, your problem with
Except
that is
for
that you're
badges.
worried that they might be right, and you don't want to think they are because you want to think the world is changing and evolving and blah blah, and you don't want to see that you have anything in common with someone who reads The Guardian every week.
No, I just don't see the idea of getting upset about little things like that. I find it too tiny a thing to worry. I think you should seek the fun and joy in the world rather than sitting at home going, I don't like the way people
But you can do both.
write letters to me.
You don't have to not
these
go to Alton Towers because you're staying at home to correct grammatical errors. You can do both. You can enjoy the world and treat it properly.
This has been a fascinating chat. I'm enjoying it. We don't normally have these chats.
No, well, not on air.
I'll tell you what is nice. I had this yesterday for the first time. A banana with a Cadbury's caramel all mixed together. Have that.
Just a mouthful of each.
Yeah, no, mix it all together in your mouth.
Baked bananas in barbecue season.
Oh, John, well done, John. Well done. L-O-V-E.
Do you not like that?
L-O-V-E. Me, L-O-V-E-U.
You don't like baked bananas?
Oh, the way he does it. Oh, really?
No.
Like wrapped in tinfoil with Cadbury's buttons pushed in.
Oh, that was
Don't interfere with your bananas.
You heard it here first. The man from Del Monte, he says, get your hands off my bananas.
The man from Del Monte, he says, scoundrel.
The written word doesn't have tone or inflection, so it must be clear.
What
Text coming in.
What the pump are you two on about? Love your work. Kiss. Let's have a game of tennis between these
All
people.
right then.
Right.
Should is a modal verb and must be attached to a verb, i.e. have.
Tell the, with an A, spelled like the internet, Northern monkey to shut up.
Yeah.
Hit back. This is fun.
That doesn't really count, does
Hit back. We've played tennis. Come
Mine are actual points and yours are just, well, shove it.
Hit back. It's fun.
John, part of my job is editing text written by teachers in a college. You would not believe the poor standards of their grammar and spelling. That's where the root of the problem is. If teachers can't get it right, what hope do the kids have? And don't get me started on Y-O-U-R and worse, in it.
Hello, you lot. What is wrong with writing like this? Chat later with an 8, Sarah. Go on, and again.
I'm never going to chat with you, Sarah.
And again.
No, I'm done. I haven't got many more.
I am texting with
You
Claire.
get more, you see, because yours are easier to write, because people just write any seamless sentence of words and pretend it's a.
This is lovely, isn't this? Christ. For possibly the first time, I'm agreeing with John. I blame text messages.
Yeah, they're
Graham,
horrible.
Sorry. They're not horrible, they're fantastic.
When have I ever sent you a text message with a grammatical, with like an abbreviation in it? I'll sometimes abbreviate YOU to you if I've run out of space. I don't want to go into 2 text messages.
But I don't.
But that is all I'll do.
But I don't check it for that. I just find...
No, but you appreciate the text more. You don't know it, but you appreciate the message of the text more because it's written like a book.
Oh, they're always beautiful, your texts, but then that's your personality coming through.
Prose, isn't it?
Yeah, it is in many ways. It's because you don't really send a text that often. I don't really text. I just chat. It's a lot easier.
Text, predictive text.
That's the one that's ruined it.
Just check it. There are some words that come up in predictive. I never use the word post. I don't need it. I use sort a lot. Let's sort this out. And now I have to constantly go back because I've written let's post this out. It doesn't make any sense.
The best thing gets bad text message. The ones I get from my mum are fantastic. She hasn't mastered it. She's still got it on capital. So everyone sounds like she's telling me off. It's fantastic.
I don't understand. I love that. There's some great, like the fact that ennui is in dictionaries for predictive text is great. I don't guarantee no one's ever used the word ennui in a text message.
Have you?
Well, I have, but just to prove a point, right? But then things like pint, text message is for writing stuff like let's go for a pint. So I don't need shot to come up beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, let's go for a shot. Just think it through, text message people.
But the thing is, it's 160 characters, that's all you can get in. So you've got to squeeze on all the bits of information you want to. When you want to say as many things as you can, as quickly as you can, that's why you knock it all, so doesn't cost you an extra 10p or 12p, whatever.
Yeah, but then you've got to think about the things you're saying. If the things you're texting in to say are, I love ooh, then just don't bother saying that, because you clearly don't mean it.
Oh, they do mean it.
Just write something else.
Well, I'll tell you what, if any of the girls who are going to send John a Valentine's later, we've learnt a lot. Do not abbreviate in any way. Put as many apostrophes in as you can, for Christ's sake.
It's the day devoted to Valentine.
Just put
Remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Lovely. And do not put it in italics. I cannot stress enough. Right, time travel. Let's change the tone. Let's go to Jolly Land. Where you going, mate?
I'm going back to when people could... I'm going forward.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going forward just a few months.
Right.
Because I've had enough of the start of 2007.
Yeah, you've had a tough time.
So I'm just going to go forward. Darkest hour of the night comes just before the dawn. That's a phrase.
Don't forget, you can text us 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with your time travels. Do you agree with John? Where would you like to go? Do you want to go with him? That'd be a lovely trip. Don't forget your thesaurus. Carry on.
No, that's it. I've just had enough, so I'm going for maybe like June. It'll be sunny in June, won't it?
Edinburgh previews, though, mate.
Yeah, but give me something to do. As long as I haven't crashed another car. I can't believe it. New car.
It's not a crash, though.
I drove home in a T-Reg car last night. It done 121,000 miles and it's still on the road and mine isn't. That's not fair.
No, it's not, John, but the thing is, you didn't have a car crash. His tyre blew up. That isn't his fault. That isn't a car crash, is it? That's not your fault. Simple as that. I hit a snowplow. That is my fault. That's a car crash. The only day it snowed, 1997, I hit a snowplow, John. That's crashing. I went into the back of a lady. She was in a car, She wasn't dressed as a bollard or anything like that. But, and I didn't mean it like Adam Deneen, popping your head round the corner, you saucy swine. Those are car crashes. That's my fault. That's me being an idiot. You were really beating yourself up.
As far as my insurance company is concerned, that is a car crash.
They're horrible, aren't they? You know what it's like when you try and get you pay them loads and loads and loads and loads, and when you actually finally get round to using it, they're like, well, okay, how fast were you driving? And they start tricking you. That's like they were asking you about ice, weren't they? And it's that horrible thing. So was it icy out? What do you say in that situation? Because you're sat there, what was it you were saying? Like, do you say that it's icy?
Yeah, you don't know whether it's a mitigating circumstance or an error.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
They're doing everything to get out of it. Sons of guns. So you're going to June. It's as simple as that.
I'm just going to go to June for a bit.
I'm going back to Monday.
Right.
Bit of an incident. I went to Paris. Went to a place called the Anarchist Restaurant. Bit awkward. Just before I went in, what do you make of that as a title?
I've heard about this place. I think it winds me up.
Yeah. Now, I went in. I was really excited. You go in, they're very sort of snaggle-toothed Parisians. Like, there's smoke billowing everywhere. They've written the meals on the wall, and it looks like they've written them in blood. Before I went in, the guy who runs the gigs in Paris said, now...
Jean-Jacques?
No, Carell, actually. He said, now, before we go in, these guys don't F around. So... mind your airs and graces. I quite like that. You don't get that before like a harvester, don't you? Don't F around. Because if you put too much salad in the bowl, they'll kill you. And I went in, and it's so terrifying because you don't really know how to order. Do you know what I mean? Because you're innately sort of like British and quite polite, but you're not allowed to put on airs and graces. It was horrible. It was like, can I have a steak, please? And then you find yourself going, you sod, I hate you, your mum's a cow, you don't really know how to behave. And then, I haven't told you about this, I thought I'd save it for the show, I made a complete fool of myself. There was a man in the corner who looked a bit like Gwildor from Masters of the Universe, right, who farted with real ferocity, right, proper like, meh. The entire room then cheered, right, which was really cool. Everyone's like drunk wine being flung in the air, whee! Smoke being billowed, right? Then a man across the bar took this as a challenge and almost like farted back at him. It's like they were playing guff tennis. So me being me, rather than letting that moment, because they all cheered again, it says so much about me. I thought, well, I'm going to join in. Up steps Roger Federer, right? Because I had one brewing, walked into the middle of these two, right, in front of Carell, and there were a few others there, and thought a growl was going to come out like a manly, but what arrived out of me was, and I've never felt like such a fool. It was the most squeaky, feminine, little, tiny guff I've ever done. So I want to travel back in time, make sure I have some proper, like, old brand, so I can do a proper manly...
Why not just not go to what is obviously a horrible place to eat food?
It was great. It was really fun until that happened, and then everyone was looking at me, and they must have been saying French for, hey, who's got a girly fart? It was horrible.
Why would you... Oh,
why did I do it? I've no idea why.
No, why did they do it?
Oh, it was funny. It was lovely. They were playing...
You don't fart in a food preparation service area.
That'd be great if you'd have just started speaking in French. Do you know the French for you do not guff in a food preparation area?
It's just a gesture, but it's evil. Why? How much was your food?
That's it.
To eat though.
You don't. That's the beauty of it. You pay how much you think it's worth.
Well, they'd be getting naff all off me. I would ask to be paid to eat there.
It was lovely.
Here's my bill. I've charged you €40 for flatulence on my stew. I've charged you €30 for being rude. I've charged you €20 for making me shout my order like a pig.
A pig?
So,
what an incredible thing.
Pigs grunt when they're hungry. Don't go to a restaurant. If I wanted bad manners, I'd eat round your house.
But they don't shout. Pigs don't shout out their order. Pigs eat anything. They go, excuse me, I'd very much like some tortellini.
That sounds like oh God, that's made me really angry.
Okay.
I was angry enough as it was.
I can tell that.
I am angry, aren't I? I should chill out.
I know. We're just chatting about what John's going to cook for dinner.
I think I'm going to roast.
There's talk of a roast, which really pricked the ears of Adam Hudson up.
Garlic roast
I love
chicken.
a Sunday roast.
I've heard that.
Well, you're welcome round, but you'll have to come
Yorkshire
to Bristol.
puddings.
Yeah, whatever, mate.
Well, he cooks a cracking Sunday dinner. He cooked one for me the other day. It was great.
Yeah, not as good as Alison's, though, eh?
Oh,
Yeah, you thought I'd forgotten that.
You make one comment, right?
Make one passing comment about one roast dinner someone cooked for you being better than anything I've ever done.
Our friend Mark Olver used to go out with a girl called Alison, who used to come up to the Edinburgh Festival every year, and it was like this amazing thing. She would make the most incredible Sunday dinners. She was like a dinner lady and her mum all rolled into one. Sausages, stuffing, potatoes, gravy, Yorkshire puddings, turkey. Oh,
And I just
properly.
slop a bit of meat on a plate and just laugh while I watch people throw it on the floor.
No, John, that's not true.
Like I don't put hours worth of effort.
You do.
Oh, I know what I'm making.
Wait, see if people can guess what it is. I'll see if I can guess. Angel Delight.
No.
Angel Delight with bits of nuts in. No, I'll have another one. See if I can get it. I know what you're doing. Pork.
I might have a pavlova for pudding.
Oh.
Oh, pork. Interesting. No, I don't think I'll do pork. Our oven's not good enough. You can't get good crackling. I'm going to... I might do asparagus wrapped in beef.
Oh, hello.
With a red wine gravy. I might do that. Or I might just garlic roasted chicken. I don't know. I just don't know.
I love the idea. How great would it be if you've just turned somebody on to making those dishes now?
Yeah.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? If they just sat at home kind of going, asparagus and beef.
Yeah.
How would you go about doing that, John?
Bash out a beefsteak so it's nice and thin. And then just
Can't believe you're actually giving recipes out. Go on.
wrap up some asparagus in it and then fry it so you seal the outside of the meat, then roast it in the oven.
Yeah. That would be
Now,
great.
Grandma, I know we said...
Wait. How we should do that? How great? We should do that as just like little trails throughout Six Music all the way through the week. Now it's 11s at the moment. What I recommend you do is just have a Miller Lite, pop a banana in it, enjoy yourself.
There's a lot of places with good offers on yoghurt at the moment.
Oh, the sound bites that come out of
He's coming out.
Yeah, it's because you just the sound bites are incredible, aren't they? It's literally we've had lots of texts and emails in convinced that you're not a young man, that you're an old lady stuck. It's fantastic.
Blueberry yoghurt, though, it's the perfect yoghurt because blueberry's so rich in antioxidants and natural yoghurt is good for you. You get a cheap blueberry yoghurt, have that for breakfast. You can't start the day better than a blueberry yoghurt and a banana.
I think when
Leave it a couple of hours, go for a run.
I think when you're old, I think you've got your life the wrong way round. Not that it's the wrong way round, but I like the idea that maybe when you're 80, you'll worry about very childish things.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well,
How great would that
if I lived
be?
to 80, I'll have had 3 breakdowns back then, and I'll probably just be sat in a
Always
corner
look
flinging
up.
stuff.
You won't. You'll be sat in the corner writing the word boobless on your calculator. It'd be great.
I don't like the word boobless. We were
Oh
discussing
my
this last night.
lord! Why?
I don't know. Boobies is funnier. Boobies is a funny word,
Yeah.
but boobless is not funny. Boobs is funnier than boobless. Hey guys, I'm with John on the text messaging thing.
Yep.
I always make these'll shock anyone who's into the grammar thing. These 2 text messages from emails from Sean Roberts and Sam Jackson. It frightened me, Russell.
Did they?
Frightened me.
Is that why you climbed up the walls?
I have to cook a nice meal this evening now just to believe there's some good left in the world. I'm having a bottle of Black Tower, I'll tell you that as well. I'm with John on the text messaging thing. I always
Who's
make sure
Black
to
Tower?
use proper full-length words when texting, simply because text abbreviations annoy me. La 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 la. They're already accepting text speak in exams in New Zealand.
Yeah.
That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a bit wrong.
You can't mark an exam and not correct errors. And then, right, Sean Roberts, a few years ago, Goldsmiths College, so named because the founders were goldsmiths, hence apostrophe S with the apostrophe on the outside, several goldsmiths who founded the college, changed their name and dropped the apostrophe because too many people were putting the apostrophe in the wrong place or missing it altogether. If a university can capitulate rather than fight the fight, then we're in trouble. You're damn right we are.
Hey, John,
I think we should start a petition to get the apostrophe back in Goldsmiths College.
I might do some incorrect grammar on that petition just to miff you off.
I'm going to make some apostrophes out of a really smelly substance and just send them to Goldsmiths College.
What, like that letter bomber?
No, just, yeah, the grammatic, just send them apostrophes and say, here you go, since you've dropped so many, I've picked them up and I'm sending them back.
Yeah,
I'm sending them all back.
That is the behaviour of a lovable but deranged man. That's the kind of man that goes around putting bras and knickers in hedges in Swindon, John.
There's room in the UK for a lovable loony.
There is.
Everyone loves a lovable loony.
They certainly do. That's why we get loads
Hence
of
the
texts.
name.
No,
What have you got, Russell?
we've got some, early, apparently crabs. Right? We're walking along, right? And I had a bit of a cough. I was like, and he went, crabs that. What? What are you on about? Yeah, that's crabs that. First sign of crabs that, coughing. Saying it really loud so that everyone on the tube's kind of go, what's going on? He's got crabs. I wouldn't go and hear him. I haven't got crabs. It's 9 in the morning and he hadn't said anything. He's all quiet with his surly little shark eyes in the morning. I made him a cup of tea. Did he drink it? Did he?
I did drink it. It was lovely. It's the first time you've ever made me a tea and remembered to put sugar in it.
Yeah, but he didn't say thanks or anything like that. We get on the tube. I cough violently, really loudly. Crabs that. Unbelievable.
I wonder what it's like to hang around. You never know what it's like to hang around with you, do you? It'd be nice to be someone else for a day, just to see what it's like to hang around with you. Because I think I'd really get on my own boobs.
Yeah, you might
After a
make
while.
yourself boobless.
Yeah, but you'd learn so much if you got to hang around with yourself for a day. You think, do I do that? Oh my God.
Well,
But then sometimes you might think, God, I'm amazing.
Michael Hutchins said that, didn't he? If he could be anyone else in the world, he'd very much like to change so he could be one of the ladies that he made love to.
Right,
We were talking about this last week. We'll do that after the time travel thing, actually. Yeah, we did that last week. Let's do it again. It'd be great. Text us 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. If you could be anyone for the day, who would you be? I'm guessing loads of people would like to be you. That'd be fantastic. What are you two doing?
No
Your little
one wants to be
gestures.
me. Nothing.
Right, we've had some time travel. This is a crack one. This is from Hermione of Hastings. She says, I would so like to cheer up John. I'd make him a fish pie and buy him a pint. Brilliant. She sounds...
Fish pie and a pint, yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, St Austell tribute.
There you go. Hermione, you're on the way. And you're called Hermione.
Fish pie? I didn't used to like fish pie.
John, let me read them out, you crazy lunatic. Oh, I've got a right itch on my head. Oh, that'll be syphilis. Hi, Russell. I decided to go on a second date. Oh, you'll love this, John. This is right up your creepy alley. Hi, Russell. I decided to go on a second date with my now husband because he impressed me with the use of a semicolon in a text. That's quite nice. Some nice tier travels. Dear comedians, that's quite nice. I would like to travel about 500 years into the future and find out all about the major historical events that have happened, just so I can come back and write a book of philosophies and become a philosophical leader. I'll be in Brickhouse. That's very cunning, that. Very cunning indeed.
It's similar to the ones we've had going into the past of
Yes.
doing the same. Because you know what's going to happen.
But she's going to the future. Lovely stuff.
Could
Right.
backfire that. Apparently we're all going to be dead in 50 years, aren't we?
Yeah, that was according to you from a dream the other day. Hey, talking to that girl who wanted to travel to the future and nick a load of philosophical ramblings, do you see that story about the Dutch philosopher who's planning to live for a week in a barrel?
No.
Hey, listen to this, right? Eric Hoekstra wants to follow the example of the ancient Greek philosophers, and he says he wants to prove that man doesn't need very much in order to be happy. Above all, I want to bring the philosophy of the old Greeks back into the light, he said. He will live in a 6-foot wine barrel during Philosophy Week at a university in Holland from March the 30th to April the 7th, apart from the occasional toilet break. What do you make of that?
They're doing a similar thing in Kegness. It's a pun.
It is.
Sounds a bit pointless to me.
Yeah. Do you reckon you're up for that?
No.
Living in a barrel?
No, I'm moving to Swindon, mate.
Well, that's the end of that. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Just some Dutch guy. I'm planning to learn a lot about the world. No, not for me. I'm moving to Swindon.
I'm going to be homeless now, though, because I couldn't go to Swindon to find a house because
It's all right.
it crashed my
Well,
car.
I'll tell you what, John, you've got many ladies here who want to live with you.
I can't be lived with.
You can. I love you, John. I think I'm falling in love with John. John could come and live with me. And I think that John is good. Can I live with him? Probably not. Got some great time travel here. Got a lovely one here. I'd go to the beginning of the year and lie in wait for whoever it was that stole my beloved bike. That would be great, wouldn't it? How much fun would that be? It's like that line in Pulp Fiction. It would be almost worth, unless it was a big boy. That'd be terrifying, wouldn't it? Because you hope it's going to be some squirt and you can duff him out and go, yeah, you leave my bike alone. That's my bike. Smacky, smacky. And then ride away on your bike. But it'd probably be some huge goon.
Oh, yeah, but if you've got a time travel machine, go back, if it's a goon, watch, and then go forward, then go back again with a proper plan of attack.
Correct. What's our plan of attack going to be?
Well, if he's a big guy,
Yeah.
you're going to want some sort of trap, some sort of net, or numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
In many ways, you're like Locke from Lost. You haven't seen that,
I don't
have you?
watch Lost.
Oh, you'd love Locke. He's very good. Although it's slightly gone off the boil at the minute. I once had that. I would I invited my friend Dan to a vicious cockfight because I had a car crash, actually. This links in. I hit a bloke on a motorbike, but it was his fault. And he went...
That's 3.
I know, it was horrible. It's the scariest because he went over the top of my car. He came on my side of the road and just smashed into my car. And you genuinely think, oh my God, I've killed him. It's horrible feeling your heart's racing. You've never felt so bad in your life. It's horrific. And he was totally fine and was really apologetic. Went, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know why I went on that side of the road. I was trying to overtake a car. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. And then he went, let's not go for insurance companies. And me being an idiot went, all right, that's fine. Because it was in the middle of London. I'm like, I get very, very Bristolian when I'm in the middle of London anyway. And especially if something big like that happens. Your voice, oh my God, I've had a crash in London town. What's going to become of me? Terrifying. So he went, meet me in Acton in a week, Saturday. And he gave me an address and I took his details. And we went there, but I got quite scared. So I thought it could turn into a vicious cockfight. I'm going to need backup. So I brought my then girlfriend along, and I brought my friend Dan. Right?
You brought a girl to a fight.
Yes, she was going to watch. But Dan turned up, and I went. I rang him up. Went, listen, mate, I'm a little bit scared. Are you all right for coming with me to this vicious cockfight? And he went, yeah, all right, no problem. And he turned up. Do you know what he turned up wearing? Bermuda shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, and flip flops. And you're sat there going, what are you doing?
Surprise.
How can you fight in that? But we turned up and he wasn't there. Got diddled.
You never saw him again?
False address.
That was really silly.
I know, but how old was I? 22 and really naive and just a fool. And I should have called the police, but you don't think like that when you have a crash. You're terrified. You're only a kid. You don't know what to go on. You know, it made a right burk out of me. Got some more time travels here. Some girl here, Emma Wilkinson. I go back in time to one of the happiest days of my life, which is when I went to Butlins in Minehead to see a McFly concert.
Minehead.
Yeah. Wow, that was interesting. What's
tough gig.
Oh, really? Have you had any time travels, John?
No.
Okay, well let's move on from that section.
Let's not pussyfoot around that.
Got a cracking travelling back in time one here. I want to go back to yesterday when I didn't have bright purple hair. I have university tomorrow and I'm really dreading it. Love Becky. We've all been there. I want to dye my hair. I tried to dye it. I think it was called Arctic Blue when I was 18, and it came out as black, and it looked very silly on me. My mum started calling me Inky, because it looked like ink had run on my head, look. All right, Inky. He looks like a good luck troll.
There are people who think you bleach your hair, aren't there?
Yeah, there are. I don't. It's just the colour of it. Oh, hey, John, you've had some amazing texts in about you going to Cornwall. John mentioned Tribute, the beer, and some people are really into it. What a great... This is from Russian Dave, which is a fantastic name. Maybe he lives in the head of that girl from earlier on.
Yes.
Lovely. He says, tribute and fish pie. In fact, I would travel back to 2003 when I lived in Cornwall just to have a shot of that good stuff. And then he reiterates, tribute and fish pie. How great is that? That's fantastic.
That's a reverie, not a text message.
He should have, yeah, exactly. He should have that as a tattoo. Talking of which, there was a very weird tattoo this week. There's a bloke, it was in the Sun again, right? It's a bloke called Dane Gilby, who had a full English breakfast tattooed on his head. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
You see that? What an... He's had, since you ask, bangers, bacon, eggs and beans etched on his 19-year-old head during a 6-hour session. And then he says, it's something different. My mum's threatening to throw me out, though. Horrific.
Yeah.
What a fool. Why would you get that on your head?
I don't know.
What if you go through, it's just... The only way I can see that be good is if you go into a fry and go, what do I want? You take off your cap and you lean down. And they go, all right, very good, yeah. You look like a fool, you know. It looks ridiculous. And it's clearly, he looks like the kind of bloke who's been bullied into doing it. Listen to this, right? Tattooist, this bloke called Blaine Dickinson who did it, right? From North Wales, had the idea 4 years ago. It's a strange idea to have. He's there going, I tell you what, one day I'm going to put a full English breakfast on someone's head. He says, I'm glad I found someone brave enough or unhinged enough to do it. So he's obviously found this bloke. Yeah, exactly. He's found some stupid bloke who's drunk or something and went, hey, you want a breakfast on your head? And he's obviously misinterpreted that as like a thing that they do where they hang out. Yeah, quite like a breakfast on my head. And he's woken up, he's come to with a breakfast on his head. Horrific. Do you ever get a tat? I can't imagine you're a tat man.
What gives you that impression?
I don't know. There's just something about you. I'm not so sure.
You know I've got one, yeah?
Oh, wouldn't that be
Picture
brilliant?
of a naked girl on my back.
Wouldn't that be terrific? If you've got the most obscene... You've just got a massive pair of knockers on your back. That's why you never take your top off.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Body issues.
Hey, come on.
Don't want to make you feel bad about yours.
Oh. Oh, he's got me there. Hey, John, do you want to tell everyone how you made me lose weight?
We do this every week. I helped you
Yeah, you didn't help me. What,
by making nom-nom noises when you ate.
Whenever
when you ate bad food.
Yeah,
I used to cook you like spinach and dinner and stuff. I cooked you nice meals.
Yeah.
And if I saw you going for a cheeky Mars bar, I'd say yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, John, come down to Cornwall after the show. You can drink tribute, cook my Sunday dinner, and help me mark my Year 10 coursework. It'll be great. That's pretty much your perfect date, isn't it?
Marking coursework.
How lovely is that? You turn and go,
Hello, Sandra. Let's do the Sats. Oh, this is going to be fun, this.
You're not,
no.
You're not allowed to write jokes in essays. Well, my first foray into comedy was writing an English essay. I'd just gone to secondary school, and I put jokes in it, like, I stood in awe. But don't worry, I wiped it off and carried on. And they all got scribbled out in red pen and put no, don't. And I put my A-level general studies essay I wrote comparing Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen to Michelangelo. A sort of ironic look at...
a sideswipe.
Yeah, well, I compared the Sistine Chapel to like a two-bed semi. And I got out and I was so...
John,
I thought,
did you put brackets? And when I say semi...
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't.
I got out and I said to my mates, I've just written that. And thinking they'd laugh and go, oh, that's great. And they went, you haven't, have you? I went, yeah. I went, oh, God.
The worst thing about exams, I remember once my maths exam, right? I forgot my calculator and I brought my TV remote. That was horrific. I was opening my bag, just kind of looking at it, going, oh, God alive, here we go. And, like, you can't do anything about it. You just sort of sat there. You have to hold it up.
Sky Plus?
My granddad was furious. I got home, he was just waggling my calculator. I've been bored out of my mind. Good job I can spell Shell Oil. It is, Grandad, it is. Well, it's quite exciting. John is currently getting put on the Six Music website as Lord of the Dreams, aren't you, mate?
Look out, dreamers.
Here he comes.
I'm coming after you.
He's the self-appointed Lord of the Dreams. What we're going to do, because we had so many texts and emails in about your kind of strange, odd little dreams, we thought it'd be quite cool if we could answer them in some way and figure out what they mean. Now, John doesn't have any sort of qualifications per se to do this.
No,
but I've
got A-levels.
He does have A-levels and very nearly a degree. But what I thought, we don't really need qualifications. We need a pointy hat and a voice. Are you getting any further on the voice?
I've not worked on the voice yet, mate. Been a bit busy doing a live show, respecting the audience.
Okay, but there have been songs.
But in my quieter moments this week, maybe I'll try out a few voices.
Just one, just a brief tease for
I'm not saying he's not going to be English.
Oh, it's
But,
exciting, isn't it? There's people at home. Go on, just a little tease.
No.
Go on, a little...
I'm not a tease, Russell.
Hey, come
I'm
on.
a man of my word.
That's simply not true. I refer you to the bikini and those Maltesers. If that wasn't teasing, I don't know what was.
It's the lighter way to enjoy chocolate.
Not the way you did. Look, it's like the advert, John. What are you doing? Hey, tell you what, mate. What?
They blow them, don't they?
Oh, they do.
That's great, that. The first time you blow a Malteser into your own mouth.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? No, here we go.
Barely move.
Listen to this, John. This is going to get you, right? Parents were up in arms last night after a headmistress banned kids from playing tag on their breaks.
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
Other playtime favourites, such as Kiss Chase, are also forbidden.
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
Kids have been playing these games for centuries. The ban is balmy. It hardly helps children learning to play together. Do you know what, John, as well, right? Boys aren't allowed to touch girls unless they've fallen over now in schools.
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
And while we're doing this,
Go on.
there's a school where they've been banned from making Mother's Day cards because of the 5% of kids who perhaps don't have a birth mother in their life.
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
And the Patter Cakes Toddlers group in South Yorkshire has been banned from making tea and toast because of health and safety concerns.
Well, blow me down.
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
The world's going crazy.
It certainly is, John. PC Brigade everywhere you go.
Yes, in a story this week.
Yeah, right, go on.
We had a couple of emails in about coach travel. Do you remember I had a bit of a whinge last week about
Yeah, I
coach
do,
travel?
actually, yeah.
Because I had a long coach.
Hey, hang on a minute before we do that. We've only had an email in
We've only had
French.
one email in.
No, we've had an email in French. Now, I don't speak any French. I did German at school. V Gates.
Bill Gates.
No, V Gates. I think that's how are you. I once panicked in my German oral because my teacher said something. I think she said "Vovons du," which is a fairly easy thing. But I panicked and just found myself going, "Jürgen Klinsmann, ja." Said it out loud, which is effectively going, "Where do you live?" Jürgen Klinsmann. Yes. Anyway, so I'm going to try my best to read it out for you. Adam, I might need help here. Je t'aime, John. Serez-vous les miens?
Serez-vous les miens?
Serez-vous les miens? What does that mean?
I don't know that bit. I know the next
okay.
one.
Ozzy.
Loves him.
Oh, she loves him. Brilliant. How English are you? She loves him. No, definitely, right? Ozzy, je pense, oui, votre musique est très belle. Smiley emoticon.
She's moved to Greece.
Exactly. Amelie, kiss, 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 right up your nufta. She's put at the end.
She hasn't put that, has she?
No.
That's nice, though.
Yeah. What does it mean?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, don't do that. That's not fair. What does it mean, Adam?
It means,
She likes his music.
will you be mine and your music is good?
Oh, and her email address. I shouldn't read that out. Oh, geez, sorry, Emily. I very nearly gave you away, but it's a cracking start.
My favourite foreign language story, my friend in his Spanish oral was doing a role play about buying something in a shop.
Yes.
And had to say, can I pay at the till?
Yeah.
Which is puedo pagar en caja.
Obviously.
Accidentally said puedo cagar en paja, which doesn't sound a lot different, but means may I crap in your straw?
Absolutely not.
And said that to his teacher in the middle of his GCSE oral, and the teacher had to stop the tape and walk out of the room because he was laughing too much.
The best thing... Oh, did he? Oh, that's quite nice. The best bit of Spanish I know, as I do this very often whenever we get onto this, Esta durmiendo con la mona, as you know. Do you know what that means, everybody? I'll tell you what it means. When they're drunk in Spain, they say, oh, someone's dancing with the monkey, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Whereas in England, we say something faced, which isn't quite as nice, is it?
Our Spanish is an incredible language. When we went on holiday to Spain and you abandoned me for the last 2 days,
Oh, here we go.
I had to travel back on my own. We were having a good chat, me and the taxi driver.
Yeah.
And
What did he say to you?
I tipped him at the end. And like your English cab driver, for example, the one I had last night, who I tipped and didn't bother to even say thank you.
Well, it's political correctness gone mad.
This guy in Spanish said to me, tomorrow my family and I will dine on your generosity.
Oh!
That's a language, that, innit? That's a language when you can say stuff like that.
Although it's quite nice. I gave a cabbie a bottle of wine the other day on my way back from Mock the Week because I don't really like white wine. We had a lovely chat and he said something fantastic. And it was so lovely. He goes, a lot of people complain about being a cabbie and that, and I love it. I love my job. Do you know why I like it, mate? And I was like, yeah, go on. Because I drive at night, I get to see London at play, not London at work. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. You've earned that.
Yeah.
Great crab journey. Crab journey? not a crab journey.
Great crab dip.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be, you really panicked. You're an excellent crabby. What?
Scratching himself. Now, coaches.
Well, he was coughing, actually.
What, you're touching a button? Do you want to do something?
No, not at all. I'm just ready.
You're going to interrupt me with a noise, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
I had that horrible coach journey.
Find a noise now, though.
A couple of people emailed in to say that they used to use coaches, and someone said if you want to sit on your own, you've got to practice the icy glare.
Yeah.
And someone said that they always get the pleasure of sitting next to the weirdo, the kind of person who starts to eat their packed lunch as soon as they get on the coach at 8:30 in the morning, then for the rest of the journey continuously cranes their necks for some kind of acknowledgement or conversation, box of CDs on their lap, wanting to tell you things like, yeah, just going to chill out and watch the soaps tonight, I'll probably sleep in tomorrow.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
God, that's so disappointing. That is literally me. I'm eating my sandwiches. Right. Anyone want to have some fun?
Now, you'd love this then. There's a story this week. I was saying last week, I don't think I like the British thing of chatting to strangers and, you know, let's all bond just because we're on the bus. I say, well, let's just get the bus journey over with.
See, I like that, but I don't do it.
Well, you'd like the bus queue crew, who are people who've shared a bus journey, and then one day, two women decided they were just going to say hello to everyone that got on the bus. Then they started singing hello to the people.
Oh, that's lovely.
And now they all get the same bus. They've done it for 20 years, and they all know each other inside out. They go straight onto the top deck at the back, and they chat all their bus journey. It's the number 20 bus from Manchester to Backup. And they chat and they bicker and they bring biscuits.
Oh.
And the first one who gets on the bus has to text the next person at the stop if the bus is late. And the text goes down and down and down. And they sit and bicker.
That's
and,
brilliant.
And talk
that
about
is
everything.
genuinely brilliant. How lovely is that? Very brave, the first person. First of all, they're like, hello, hello. And then someone goes, nah, to hell with this. Hello!
There's only one man involved. There's 20 of them. There's only one man. He's called David. His wife thinks there's something going on, but there isn't. He just likes chatting with the ladies. He don't say a lot, David, but when he does say something, it's worth saying.
And he sings it. 19 ladies. Gee, imagine that, Hudson.
Do you know the average...
He calls that Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Let's play some music. What? Come on, it's true. Let's play the
Ding, ding!
And Annie's not...
It's the play bus, but where does it go? You don't want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
You forget what normal Sundays are like, don't you? I genuinely wonder what people are doing at 5 to 1.
What are you doing at the moment?
So I used to like watching the Sunday Kitchen, but they don't do it anymore.
I'll
They
tell
do
you
it
what,
on a Saturday.
Which is lovely. I was watching that yesterday. It's great fun. It's always that tricky thing. Do you watch all of it, or do you flick over and watch Shipwrecked?
They're quite aggressive cooking shows now.
Yeah, but what about that geezer? Like MasterChef used to be like Lloyd Grossman, and it would be quite, and you kind of go, "Does he talk funny?" and it'd be lovely, and you kind of see all the dishes. And now they've got that Cockney oik. It's horrible. You love it though, didn't you?
Oh, I love MasterChef.
Hey, you were just telling us a story about.
I've got an update.
John's slightly obsessed. If you haven't listened to the show before, welcome. Hope you're very well. John's got a bit of major interest in a bloke called Ted Haggard. Do you want to fill
the
us in?
Reverend Ted Haggard,
Rev T. Haggard.
leader of the evangelical church in America, who used to phone George Bush on a weekly basis.
Weekly basis, that was.
You go, all right, George. George, you go, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Just phoning up to make sure still no gay marriage, yeah.
Okay.
Just no, the idea of the gays and the marriage. Just we're not doing that, are we?
All right, Ted. Yeah. Again, you're going to be able every week.
Every week. Just make sure that no gay marriage.
Okay, Ted.
All right, bye.
All right, Ted. Bye.
Anyway, Ted's a gay. It turns out he's been having sex with a man.
Gaying.
Right. This was the story.
Yep.
I'm pleased to say an update this week. He's released that Jesus has cured him of gay. So
Has he?
He's not gay anymore.
Wow.
Which is funny because I didn't used to like olives, and then this week I do. So it's praise Jesus all round. To be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a bit like that the other day.
So yeah, Ted's not gay anymore. So he's looking to get back into the church, which is good news for Ted. Well
That'd be a great letter of application to the church. I'm no longer gay. This man sorted out.
Yeah.
And just a picture of Jesus touching him. Not on the bum, obviously. That'd be the worst place.
So I'll keep you up to date with Ted, because I think big things are going to happen for Ted.
It's amazing.
Although if he phoned you up to deny anything, I would just be a bit wary of it.
Adam giving a big thumbs up there.
Every time.
Oh, really? Oh,
We agreed
right.
this during the song.
We've got to go
was
to a
the
song.
code.
No, sorry, I wasn't listening.
the magic there.
No, what was incredible about I have slightly ruined the magic, but as John was talking about Ted Haggard, you just gave a big thumbs up. I thought suddenly Jesus had made you do a big... that was incredible. Right, well, that's the end of the show. Thank you very much for listening. Thanks for all the emails and stuff. Check the website, the Six Music website. You can, because we're going to do that Dreams thing next week. And I think I quite like the idea of doing the Who Would You Like to Be every week.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I think that could be fun.
We'll do both next week, and we'll have good times and giggles.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for
I'll
listening.
tell you what I cooked for dinner as well.
Yeah, right. John's going to go to Cornwall. He's going to do all sorts of things. Where are you this week? He's going to find a house, isn't
Oh, I'm everywhere this week, mate. Birmingham. All the highlights, Middlesex.
he? Exactly. Well, we'll play you the B-52s on the way out. Have a fantastic Sunday. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Russell. See you later. He's called
John.
and he's going to say
Toodles.
Toodles. You were going to say Toodle Bastard, but you popped out of it.
BBC Six Music.